Cracking, y'all. Another video about WrestleMania. Let's pop him. Let's see what he's talking about.
Guys, it is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Nikki Bella's husband arrested for domestic battery. Vince McMahon is finished when this is released. Randy Orton confirms huge news. A Wired 6 member signs a new WWE deal. Did AEW pass on Kevin Owens? And much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Nikki Bella's husband arrested for domestic battery. The top of today's news is a disturbing report involving former WWE superstar Nikki Bella's husband, Artem Chigvinstev, as he's been arrested for domestic battery. TMZ's reporting deputies responded to a domestic violence call at a location in the town of Yountville shortly before 10 a.m. Thursday. An arrest was made at the scene and injuries were reportedly involved. According to TMZ, Dancing with the Stars pro Artem Chigvinstev is in jail in Napa, California because he's been arrested for domestic battery, TMZ has learned. Artem was booked into Napa County Jail on Thursday morning on a felony domestic violence charge, according to the online jail records. The TMZ report added the victim in the case had asked for total confidentiality, which means that while there will be speculation about who the victim is, nothing has been confirmed. Nikki Bella married Artem in 2022. The TMZ story noted that Nikki Bella posted on Instagram that she was in Napa. Ex-user Monet Rhodes tweeted a photo claiming to show that Bryan Danielson has actually unfollowed him on Instagram. PW Insider's Mike Johnson is also reporting Chigvinstev is currently listed as incarcerated, with his bail listed at $25,000. He was booked into Napa Valley Jail at 9:59 a.m. this morning under California Penal Code Section 273.5a, which notes it is illegal to injure a spouse, cohabitant, or fellow parent in an act of domestic violence. This offense is also referred to as domestic abuse, domestic violence, or corporal injury to a spouse. Now, this is a developing story, but we hope that Nikki and her child are safe. Next up, Vince McMahon is finished when this is released. Now, is an upcoming Netflix docuseries the last nail in Vince McMahon's coffin in terms of public opinion? Netflix has announced that it will air a long-awaited documentary on Vince McMahon on 25th September. The series is comprised of 6 one-hour episodes, and here's some highlights on what to expect based on the description of the series. Mr. McMahon chronicles the rise and fall of Vince McMahon, controversial businessman and co-founder of WWE, from his transformation of the WWE from a small regional business into a global entertainment powerhouse to the explosive sexual misconduct allegations that led to his eventual resignation. This 6-episode series offers a deep dive into McMahon's life and his enduring franchise. The description includes information on what content has been used for the series. Culled from over 200 hours of interviews with McMahon himself prior to his resignation, his family members, business associates, and some of the most iconic names in the wrestling industry, as well as the journalists who uncovered McMahon's allegations. As for Janelle Grant, the woman who filed a lawsuit against McMahon, Laurinaitis, and WWE, well, WrestleNomics' Brandon Thurston is reporting neither Janelle Grant nor her representatives were interviewed for the Mr. McMahon Netflix documentary. A spokesperson for Grant tells WrestleNomics and Post Wrestling. One of the biggest questions surrounding this series is how it will deeply examine Vince McMahon's life, and whether that be a good, bad, or downright ugly situation. The people involved in this series claim that Vince McMahon did not have the final say over the final cut. Depending on the series' content, this program could destroy what's left of Vince's reputation. While many wrestling fans know about Vince's various controversies, the general public may only know a few tidbits. That could change dramatically depending on the series and how many people watch it. Although this is reportedly an independent production with apparent autonomy, some critics are already skeptical about how critical this series will be since Netflix recently signed a big money deal with WWE to stream Raw and other content. Even if the documentary is critical towards Vince McMahon, it may gloss over allegations that the WWE has turned a blind eye to. Nonetheless, a report from Brandon Thurston has some believing the series will be upfront when it comes to McMahon and WWE. Another note to add, WWE does not have production credits on the series. A source with knowledge of this project tells WrestleNomics and Post Wrestling. Now, while we're not disputing Thurston's report, we will play devil's advocate by noting that WWE could have easily pulled its production credits on the series, not because it's upset with the final product, but more to maintain an air of objectivity to the docu-series. This is a situation where fans will have to wait for the series to air before they can assess how accurate it is. That's being based on previous information that's been released and what, if any, details it downplays or ignores. The Vince McMahon docuseries will be under even more of a microscope than the recent Who Killed WCW series on Vice that led to claims by some involved with WCW, as well as the people who have followed the industry, that the series was a hatchet job that ignored key pieces of evidence.
Of course, it was
At the same time, expect McMahon's attorney to watch the program closely, not so much to sue the producers, but to see if a case can be made that the docuseries has tainted any jury that would hear any potential lawsuit involving McMahon. If McMahon's attorneys find any content that has no factual support or is misleading, they'll be quick to capitalize. What do you guys think of this announcement? Do you guys plan on watching this series? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Randy Orton confirms huge news. Now it's official, Randy Orton has confirmed that he has signed a new deal with the WWE, following the rumors that the Viper worked out a new contract to stay in the WWE for a long time to come. Orton confirmed this at a recent event leading to Saturday's Bash in Berlin pay-per-view, where Orton is booked to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Fans are anxious to see whether Orton can rack up his 15th world title win, or whether he'll be the latest wrestler to come up short against the Ring General. Now, of course, speaking of Bash in Berlin, be sure to come back on Saturday as we recap the show and provide you guys with the good, the bad, and the downright ugly.
I'll be watching that live.
Next up, Wyatt Six member signs a new WWE deal.
Live streaming while watching it. I should say.
Fans can add Nikki Cross to the list of WWE superstars who have inked new deals with the company. Fightful Select reports that the Wyatt Six's Nikki Cross has put pen to paper on a contract, as details are unknown other than it's a multi-year one, and Fightful commented on Nikki extending a deal. Fightful Select learned that negotiations were ongoing in spring before the faction debuted. Sources within WWE that we've spoken to long have had positive things to say about Nikki Cross. Particularly during the pandemic, numerous extras reached out to Fightful to speak about how welcoming Cross was to them. Nikki Cross is a talented performer who stands on her own both for her style and her personality. Although Nikki's booking has often been nothing short of abysmal, she's also shown what she can do when given a push, whether it's her WWE Women's Tag Team Championship run with Alexa Bliss, or a Nikki Ash superhero gimmick that led to a brief reign with the Raw Women's Championship. Although Nikki's booking once she won the title was awful, as she began losing regularly, quickly dropping the title. And I don't think we need to say more about that 24/7 title win. Cross seems willing to work whatever gimmick the WWE throws her way, putting all her effort into it. Hopefully her involvement in the Wyatt Six will give her another opportunity to shine. And finally, a report is AEW passed on Kevin Owens. Did AEW pass on an opportunity to sign Kevin Owens back in 2021? Owens, whose current WWE deal is believed to end sometime early in 2025, was reportedly approached by AEW about becoming All Elite. This week's Observer revealed that Owens' contract, which was a 3-year deal, which at the time of signing was one of the highest in the company and in wrestling, will be due in early 2025. At the time, AEW was aware and didn't attempt to match his big offer, which tells you something about how salaries have escalated in the last 2+ years, because if it was this year, there's a good chance that he would have tried to match the deal. The Strickland deal is well ahead of Owens' deal, which at $2.25 million, $2.5 million, and $3 million over the 3 years was considered huge at the time. As many fans and pundits have noted, AEW's roster is so bloated that it's difficult to justify signing anyone short of a megastar like Roman Reigns or John Cena, which obviously isn't happening. As talented and popular as KO is, he would likely be lost in the cast of thousands who seem to be under contract to Tony Khan. Nonetheless, this hasn't stopped the AEW president from signing talent as they become available. Do you think AEW should have signed Kevin Owens? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
They would have blew it. I promise you that. He would have signed there for freaking 2-3 years, just like Cena, Punk, just like freaking Cody, and they would have blew it. They would have blew it for sure, And he would have came back to WWE a bigger star. So good on WWE for not letting him go, because he would have came back a bigger star. Thank you, WrestleMania. I'm so excited for Bash in Berlin Saturday. Hella early, too. I think 11 o'clock California time in like the afternoon. So that should be what's up. I'm about to be live on Twitch, y'all. Follow your boy. You see it. Oops. Right there. Get your boy subscribe, man. Peace.